Hello everyone, welcome to Learn QA Automation. So in this section, we are going to refactor or move some of the code. So in the previous section, what we did was we defined one test case, and you have noticed that I declared everything or defined everything in one class only, like locators as well, driver as well, this static URL as well, or weights, and also the assertion part. So what I will do is I'll quickly remove some of the section from this, and to start with, what we will do is we'll start implementing page object model, because this is the bigger part where there are more lines which we need to refactor. So what I'll do is I'll quickly create one page for this, and as I have mentioned that we are soon going to utilize all these pages or all these sections here. So now I will start using this folder. So I'll create one class here, so I'll call it as Google home page, something like this, and call it anything. But this is something because in this test case we were searching for some item on the Google page, and we were just clicking on the images section. So I'll create one function here, like I'll give it the same name what we are doing, search item. Okay, this is done. So here you will notice what I'll do is I'll keep this thing here only, this part, but I'll try to move this thing first, and you will notice what errors we will get, and we'll try to resolve those errors. I'm just I'll cut this section from here, and I'll move this section. I'll do this thing step by step, because I am not going to jump directly to implement that page factory model or initializing that uh, allocators using at the rate find by annotation, because this will do step by step. So here what we need is one thing we need is a driver, and another thing it is asking for the search string. So what I will do is first, if you are aware of classes and objects, so for to call that function, what we do is we create the object of this class which we have just created, home page, and we'll initialize it, and I'll call that function from here, search item. And in search item, if you'll notice, we haven't passed here, but here we need one driver object and one search string. So I'll create two parameters, web driver, sorry, and this name is driver, and there is one string which we need is search string. So the conditions are satisfied here. So there's one thing here, sleep, so I'll add an exception because it throws an exception. So here you'll notice we need to pass these two things as well. So first thing we need to pass is driver, and another is the same search item which we are passing here, the search item we are receiving from this example. So I'll pass this item here, search item, search string. Okay, so I'll try to run it just to see if this is working. Okay, so let me run it real quick to show you the output, that the code we have just moved. So I'm just running it. Okay, so it searched for milk, and then I think it will click on images. Okay, so it searched. Okay, it passed. So I'm going to close it for now. So you have noticed that we have like moved the code and it's still working. So what next I'll do is I'll remove these elements like defined, because we are doing by like find element annotation, but in page object model we use page factory class which takes care of initializing the elements. And also you have noticed that we are passing this driver to search item or function. Like moving forward, you can have tens or like methods in same class. So we are not going to pass this driver object every time to this uh, method, to like the method which we are calling. So for that, what we need to do is we need to bring constructor into picture, like like I'll just create a constructor, the name of the class, and which will take care of this driver instance or driver thing. So we'll pass the driver from the test case directly, not to the function. Okay, what I mean by this, I'll show you quickly. So what I'll do is I'll this driver equals to driver. Okay, so and another thing, I need to declare this as well. Web driver equals to driver. Okay, so I have initialized this. Now we need to pass this driver, the object here as well, driver here as well. So I'm passing it here. Okay. So there is one problem. I'll come to that later. So before starting the page factory model, we need to initialize page factory, you like initialize the elements as well. And for that, what we do is we call page factory like initialize elements method from page factory class. So what I'll do is I'll page this method initialize elements, and it receives two parameter. One is the driver object and another is the this the reference to the page. So you will notice that this is we have defined this thing, and this will take care of like finding the elements for us. I'll show you quickly. Give me a second. For that, what I'll do is I'll quickly copy my elements and paste it here, which we need to declare. Okay, so these are the two elements which we are using in the blow script. Like this is the one by name annotation, another one is by xpath. That's why I declared these two. One is by name and another is by xpath. So I'll import this. Okay, so it is fine now. Next, what I'll do is I'll replace this line of code simply, because we have declared here, and page factory will do the like heavy lifting for us. It will be finding the element for us directly, so we just need to do or perform action using this like this variable which we have declared as web element type. So this is the search field variable. So what I'll do is we don't need this thing because our element will be handled by page factory. So I'll remove this line, we don't need this. So here you will notice now directly we can do is we can clear the field using this search field. Then we can send keys the same search string and then submit this from this web element itself. Another thing we defined is click images using XPath. So I'll change this as well. Here we are using, so I'll remove this part, and we can directly click using element. So it is click images dot element. So you'll notice that now it is looking bit organized, and the code is looking bit organized, but still we have a few issues. So I'll go back to my test case class. Here what we need to do is, now this is complaining, this is asking because we have created a constructor and it is receiving driver object here. So what it needs is driver object. So we'll pass driver object here. So we don't need driver object for this one, for the function. Okay, and we'll remove from this function as well where we have declared. So I'll remove driver from here as well. So now it is happy. So now you will see the code, it looks fine. we are creating like the object like in simple terms, this is one page, and from this page, from Google home page, we are calling like search item, which is a method, and we are passing this string to it, and which is declared here or defined in this method itself. So if I try to run this, let me run it quickly to show you if this is working or not. It starts working. Give me a second. Yeah, it has loaded because we need to see the output. Okay, yes, it has typed milk and it will click on images. Okay, so it has passed. So you an like a overview again, like what we did, we moved some of the driver code like element here and to this homepage class, and in this homepage like we initialized like element using page like find by annotation, and we have declared or defined one method like constructor as well, which is taking care of handling the driver and initializing our elements as well. So and here we are directly using that elements by performing action like clearing the text and clicking on some elements. So I think this is much cleaner. So we'll come back and we'll refactor more and add more functionalities. Till then, thank you.